Welcome back to the channel, folks. If you're into vintage pickups or compact 4x4s, today's review is a treat. We're talking about a true underdog from the mid-80s, the 1986 Dodge Ram 50 Sport 4x4. It may not be as famous as the Toyota pickup from the same era, or as tough-looking as a Ford Ranger, but this little Dodge has its own unique place in truck history. Built during a time when Chrysler partnered with Mitsubishi, the Ram 50 was Dodge's answer to the growing compact pickup market. And in the Sport 4x4 feet trim, it came with a bold attitude, off-road chops, and more reliability than you might expect. Today, we're going deep: exterior design, interior functionality, performance specs, and what it's like to drive a nearly 40-year-old compact truck in 2025. Exterior. The exterior styling of the 1986 Dodge Ram 50 Sport 4x4 is classic 80s, boxy, functional, and charmingly utilitarian. Its proportions are compact compared to today's massive pickups, but that's part of what makes it so appealing. At just under 180 inches long and about 65 inches wide, the Ram 50 is small by modern standards, but it was built for practicality. The Sport trim included eye-catching body graphics, chrome mirrors, bumpers, and grille, which added flair to an otherwise modest design. Up front, you've got sealed beam headlights flanking a chrome-slatted grille. The turn signals sit below, embedded in a clean black plastic fascia that actually holds up well over time. The hood lines are flat, squared off, emphasizing strength in a compact frame. The wheel arches are slightly flared to accommodate larger tires. From the factory, it rode on 15-inch wheels, often styled steel or optional alloys in the Sport package. These are wrapped in all-terrain tires, giving the truck a decently aggressive stance for light off-road use. Around the back, you've got a classic steel bed with tie-down points. It's not huge, but for hauling gear, lumber, or dirt bikes, it gets the job done. No fancy tailgate dampers here, just pure steel and simple hinges. And yes, the 4x4 badging and that unmistakable, Sport, decal along the side scream vintage cool. Interior. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cabin that's simple, functional, and refreshingly analog. The dashboard layout is straight out of the 80s playbook: hard plastic, squared edges, and functional controls. The gauge cluster features a speedometer, tachometer, fuel and temp gauges, no digital screens here. Every dial has that mechanical feel, and everything is clearly labeled. The Sport trim gave you upgraded cloth bucket seats, a center console, and in some cases, even a tilt steering wheel. Seating is firm but surprisingly comfortable, even on longer drives. There's minimal bolstering, but it works for the truck's utilitarian nature. Climate control is done with sliding levers, cold on the left, hot on the right. No automatic climate zones, just old-school HVAC controls that actually still work in most of these trucks today. As for the audio, you might get lucky with a cassette player, but many Ram 50s came with just an AM/FM radio. Aftermarket upgrades are common, especially if you plan to daily drive one. There's minimal storage, a glove box, some space behind the seats, and door pockets. That's about it. But it's rugged, easy to clean, and built to last. No frills, just function. Performance. Under the hood, the 1986 Ram 50 Sport 4x4 came with a 2.6-liter inline-4 engine, known as the Mitsubishi Astron G5-4B. It produces around 105 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque, modest numbers by today's standards, but solid for a compact 4x4 of the time. That power is sent to the wheels through a 5-speed manual transmission, and it feels mechanical and direct. You really feel every gear, every shift. It's not fast, but it's engaging. The 4x4 system is part-time, engaged via a manual lever next to the gear shifter. You get 2H, 4H, and 4L, with a proper transfer case for when things get rough. It's perfect for gravel, snow, or forest trails. The front suspension is independent with torsion bars, while the rear is classic leaf spring solid axle, built for durability and payload capacity. Towing capacity is around 2,000–2,500 pounds, and the payload can reach over 1,400 pounds depending on configuration. And how does it drive today? Surprisingly well. Steering is a bit vague, no power steering on some trims, but the truck feels solid. It's not fast, it's not quiet, but it is reliable, easy to work on, and fun if you're into vintage driving experiences. So, what do we make of the 1986 Dodge Ram 50 Sport 4x4? Well, it's not the most powerful, it's not luxurious, and it's definitely not common. But it is an honest, durable little truck that represents a time when vehicles were simpler and built with purpose. Thanks to its Mitsubishi roots, the Ram 50 has a reputation for mechanical reliability, especially if it's been cared for. Parts can still be found with some searching, and the engine is known to last well over 200,000 miles with proper maintenance. It's also surprisingly capable off-road. With a solid 4WD system, good ground clearance, and a compact wheelbase, it can go places larger trucks struggle to fit. Best of all, it's a conversation starter. You'll get nods from classic car lovers, truck fans, and curious bystanders wherever you take it. It's not a truck for everyone, but for the right person, it's an affordable, classic, and unique piece of 1980s Americana. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe for more classic car content, and drop a comment below. Have you owned or driven a Ram 50? Would you consider restoring one? This has been another in-depth classic truck review. See you next time, and remember, old trucks still have a lot of miles left in their story.